Oh, I like that.
What?
Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti.
Yeah?
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah.
All right.
So,
Start us off, Matt.
all right.
Welcome back, bitches.
Welcome back, bitches. This is episode 11 of the Amateur Hour podcast, the most mediocre podcast this side of the hot ass sun, because it's boiling out there.
Still
boiling out there. This is season 2, ladies and gentlemen.
Season 2.
We also forgot to mention that last episode.
Angel
but
forgot.
We forgot collectively, but it's somebody else's fault.
Thank you for the reception that we have received
Bro.
on that first video.
Exactly. Yeah.
It's crazy. We're over the moon. Every time the count keeps going up, we're just like, oh.
We're almost famous right now, is what I want to say. Like, we're almost there. Like,
just a smidge away. Just
we're a couple of thousand views and likes away from me acting hella different. Like, y'all ain't gonna see me.
Dude, when you go clock in, you're like, these people don't even know.
Bro, whenever work tries to make me work, I'm like, you don't even know who you're talking to right now.
You're talking to Mr. Half an Hour.
I'm half an hour of the most mediocre hour that people listen to.
Do you run a mediocre podcast? Nah,
Nope.
bitch.
Nope. Nope. Do you have technical difficulties on that? Nope.
The amount of technical difficulties that come, I don't know.
They are. Actually, you know what? Speaking of that, let's talk about the filming of let's talk about the filming of that. So, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna bring you down the story lane real quick. So go ahead and start it off.
So, like we said, last episode was our first video podcast. We released a season finale, but prior to that, we recorded episode 10. Mm-hmm. So, being the first, things were bound to go wrong, but we just didn't account for the amount of things that did go wrong. Anything and basically everything that you guys can imagine would go wrong that day, it did.
It did.
Our cameras died, both of them.
I was late.
He was late.
I left a piece of equipment at home. Not only being late, I left a piece of equipment on my counter, drove fucking 25 minutes north just to go get there, and be like, oh, fuck, I gotta go back. Which was another 20 minutes back and another 20 minutes back. So essentially 40 minutes was lost.
Yes, apart from you being late. But hey,
apart from me already being 40 minutes late.
That's okay. But other than that, our recorder died where we were capturing audio, and it was just trying to do a lot of figuring out in the moment. But I think for what happened behind the scenes, I think the episode was genuinely amazing. If you guys haven't seen it, go check it out. Link's gonna be in the description.
It's gonna be tagged here somewhere. Angel will tag it.
Robbie.
Right here. Oh yeah, Robbie. I thought we fired him.
Shit, did we?
No, it's cool. We did.
Yeah.
He started crying.
He did.
He shit everywhere.
Yeah.
It's
a good thing we don't have an HR department, or else that would be hell.
I know, right? How else are the sweatshop people? How are we gonna get our custom made shirts?
Oh, they're working on it. We have a partnership with Sheen guys. So, did you know that they got hit with a racketeer charge?
Yeah, they get hit with the RICO charge.
Yeah, RICO charge. Yeah, it's crazy.
That's for mobs. That was it. That at least was started for mobs.
Yeah. And now it's just sweatshops that are getting hit with it. It's just crazy. It's crazy.
But so anyway, we had a lot of fun filming that last episode. Like it was, the atmosphere was nice. The studio was nice. It was fun. Like,
it was
for
really
what
fun.
it was. You couldn't really. I don't know if you could tell in the video, but we were cramped as shit.
It was literally, we were just in a corner.
I felt like we were both just like this the whole time. But then it translated well. Paul had like all this space.
Yeah.
And he was vibing. And me and you were just like, you ever like sit on a fucking public bus and it's just, you're cramped?
Yeah.
That's how I felt, where I was just like.
Our knees were touching the entire time.
This dude smells like macaroni and beer. Like, what's going on?
No, but that episode was really, really genuinely fun to record. It was like a dream come true in the moment. I just couldn't really sit on that because all the things that were going wrong, and I was just so worried about getting the interview done properly, the video done, and oh my god, Matt, the fucking edit on that was
yeah.
So for you guys that don't know, I am a video content creator. Like, I come from that field and everything, so I have some experience with video editing. But what I didn't account for is that video podcast editing is a whole different world. Okay. So as soon as we stopped recording that night on the drive back, I knew I had to do the research. and it was just learning everything on the fly. Everything that I learned, I was implementing in the edit and stuff, and it was a whirlwind. I had to learn so many things, but it's all for the beneficiary of the episodes that come.
Do you feel like you're more prepared now? Like, so for the editing, the future editing, do you feel like you can get in there? It's going to be a little more smooth?
Definitely. Not only the edit, but just this whole production. I feel as though if we didn't go through a lot of the turmoils we did, unfortunately, with our first guest, even recording this right now, it would be a little bit more of a hellhole.
Well, I'm really proud at the fact that we also did what we did yesterday. Like, having to do all of that today and then sit down and record, I don't think would have made for. I think our energy too much energy would have spent on the setup than it would be on the podcast.
Definitely, and I don't want to speak for you, but isn't that learned from that day, having to go there, set everything up and stuff, and how it kind of drained the energy just a little bit? But I think what was the saving grace was that the environment was like so good that it brought the energy up as the video went on. I can see myself and us and the chemistry just building and stuff.
Yeah.
And
yeah, my bad. I hope, like, my biggest worry was, it wasn't a lack of energy, on my part. Maybe on y'all, not me though. Y'all be easy.
Yeah.
Y'all be easy. But I did feel bad because my intentions were not to be late. Especially, it's one thing, I value your time a lot, but it's one thing to be not really, but it's one thing to be late with us. Hey, I'm 5 minutes down the street.
Yeah,
but it's another when we were using his studio. I felt bad, and I really hope that he didn't like view that in a bad way. So I was hoping that the energy wouldn't have been, because if like Paul had every right to, he could have been irritated at any point with us.
Yeah,
like with any point, the shit dying,
everything. Shit. He let us borrow batteries.
Bro,
so
what would we have done if he didn't have batteries?
Dude, I would have ran to Walmart, and then that would have been a whole other hour. Yeah, it's crazy.
And we actually didn't get out of there until 12.
Yeah.
So like we would have been there till 1. Just like I said, I really hope he had a good time. Paul, if you're watching, I hope you had a good time.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. So we had a lot of fun making it, and everybody that watched it, we appreciate you. My family watched it. My friends, my ops, I'm sure watched it. You know what I'm saying?
There are certain people that I not that I wish would not watch it, but I would prefer them not to. But hey,
like who?
Huh?
Like who?
I'm not gonna name names right now. Are you kidding me? But just yeah. I think my boss watches it. But
yeah. Every time I see him, I'm like, he probably knows a lot more details about me than I think he does.
Yeah,
just by default.
And you just don't know to what extent.
But I don't know what his opinion. I don't think your boss likes me. I don't even think my boss likes me.
I don't think that has anything to do with the podcast.
No, it doesn't. It's entirely something different. So
yeah.
But yeah, no, like I said, we had a lot of fun. Thank you guys for everybody that watched. And if you don't watch this one, we're coming for you. We're breaking in your homes, we're putting it on every TV in your fucking house.
You're telling them, as they're not watching this, that if they don't watch it, they better watch out?
I'm telling the people that did watch the first one, now you have to watch the second one. And if you don't,
so if they're not watching this one, how would they know that?
Don't even want to know. Stop poking holes in my threats. It's supposed to be menacing.
Okay. If you guys haven't watched episode 10, go watch it. It's a great watch. The environment looks a lot better than what we have here. It's a work in progress. Stop judging.
At the time of you watching this, and you haven't seen the first one, it'll be right here. I'm just making Angel plug in.
I hate that because I'm just gonna have to plug things in
throughout the whole episode and be like, yeah, you can find it right here. You can find it right here.
Because we got rid of Robbie, apparently. I don't know.
No, he's fine. He's on suspension. Okay, so real quick, a little catch up. I saw you yesterday, but for the people, how you doing? What's up?
I'm really good. I am very tired all the time. 2 jobs, and then all my free time that I don't spend working, I carry it to like this. All the content making and how we can make it better. But it's really, I've had 2 jobs in the past. So and this time it's a lot different because I think this is the first time in a long time that I have a sense of purpose. And it's not just because of the sake of the podcast. Obviously this helps, all this content making. Like we've talked about this off like off camera and everything, that it's really good that at least once a week we have something that we're doing, and we have to put everything in, you know?
Yeah.
So that's honestly a big thing that's keeping me going into all of my goals that I have in the future. But no, it's been nice. It's been nice having to manage my time and always being under crunch. I think it's really helping me develop as a person, the person that I want to be, and really testing how much I want it.
It definitely builds discipline. Like, it takes a lot. Like we've patted ourselves on the back a lot. Not missing a week. This is 11 weeks straight. So it's like,
it's technically more than that, because we started with the pilot and then we had the season finale. So I think all in all, it's like 13 weeks.
Shit. Which is even crazier to me.
Yeah. Not to like not
to suck our own dicks.
Yeah. Which I've tried. But
Yeah.
There's not one guy that's listening to this that has not at least attempted or thought about it. If I could suck my own dick, I would.
I wouldn't leave the house. Anyway, next thing. So for me, the last I've been off for the last couple of days, so it's been chill, just been streaming, been gaming, I'm starting to get into routines. I feel like I'm starting to get a hold of myself. Like, I'm really kind of locking in on stuff. Even just doing my skincare routine is really nice, to wash my face, moisturize it, like little things that I didn't do before, that they help a lot, and they just help build, like I said, like a sense of purpose, like you said.
Do you think?
Go ahead.
Okay.
I just was saying, I did laundry, like those adult things that you have to do, that for a very long time I didn't have the discipline to keep up with. I'm now keeping up with these things. Instead of letting them pile up, I'm slowly getting it.
So, if you don't mind me asking, what's the difference now? Have you narrowed down a difference, or are you just doing?
Not to piggyback on your shit, but I think it's like, it's stuff like this. Like, I feel like I can't be the best I can be on screen without making sure that the things around me aren't falling apart. Because if that's what's happening, I'm not gonna make good content. So it feels nice. Like you said, I felt good, bro. Like, I knew we were gonna be on camera, so like I said, I made sure I got my stuff done. I kept busy. It's just a part of growing. But this stuff helps, because this gives us a purpose, like you said. It gives us a reason to kind of get out of bed. Because if it wasn't for this, not doing anything.
Honestly, if I wasn't pushing myself to make content week in and week out, what apart from me having 2 jobs, what would I be doing for fun right now? What would be the challenge?
Sleeping.
Basically.
That's what I'm saying. I'd be gaming, which is fine.
Yeah.
But that's not as fulfilling as it used to be.
Yeah.
So definitely would be this, or like mindlessly gaming with no purpose, or sleeping.
Yeah.
Or actually, I've been I just want to say, your boy's been kind of sober for the last week or so. I've been peeling it back too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No more heroin?
Nah, no more crack. So the scabs were getting a little. Nah, I'm just kidding. My skin's falling. No. I just been trying to take a break, just trying to get some mental clarity.
It's getting expensive?
Nah, not even that. Like, you find the money for it.
Yeah.
I'll lift up the cushions, and I'm like, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You know what I'm saying? Like, I, But no, I just really, like, it does. Let's just say, I'm not even gonna get into details. Just on the sober train for a little bit.
That's good. That's good. I'm really proud of you.
Yeah.
Really proud of you. I look forward to see how that train either keeps going or derails.
Stops tonight. If y'all see me out wilding out, mind your fucking business, all right? You're going to see me out in public behind the trash can. Nah.
Is that 30 minutes? Nope.
Nope.
Keep going.
Keep moving. That's not me.
That's funny. We do have a drunk episode coming though that we are very excited about. We're not going to say too much because we want to keep you excited. And by the way, thank you for everybody that bared up with us on the surprise season finale that we just threw in there.
Oh, we hyped up our video episode.
Yeah,
and then we were like, psych. Here's something else. Here's 40 minutes.
But keep coming.
Yeah. Show back up, but this isn't what we promised. So, but you guys showed up, so that just definitely tells me that we can scam them. Yeah. I'm just saying. I'm just
We're
saying.
just a couple of
I'm
1,000
just-
away.
We're just, you know what? It's just what it is, you know? It's just what it is. You guys just prove that even if we lie to you,
You will show up.
you'll be back. That says a lot about us. So. But my
Us.
sobriety does not. My sobriety doesn't play into that drunk stream. I'm not stupid. Of course, I'm still drinking. It's just not drugs.
I'm really excited on how I would act intoxicated.
I don't know how you're gonna fucking act.
You've never seen me.
You've never seen me drunk though.
Yeah, but I've seen you intoxicated.
Yeah, but that's like drunk me is cool. Like,
Uh-huh.
like it's a different vibe.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just a silly little guy.
What if I just get aggressive? Like I'm one of those.
I got horse tranquilizer in the back, so
Horse tranquilizer. You just
I need like 3 of them though. Yeah, you have to fucking
nipple dick.
Yeah. Fucking hit you in the thigh with one. So
That'd be great.
I don't know how he's gonna be when he's drunk. I've never seen him drunk. I'm pretty sure he's gonna be a good time though. So
Most likely. Tune into that, guys. Again, that and a bunch of other plans that we have that we can't really go into. Don't even get me started on what we did yesterday after we set everything up.
Oh my god! Dude, I told my sister about it. I was like, we spent 3 hours setting up the lights, and then we spent almost 2 hours just fucking brainstorming.
Yeah,
So
and then just thinking of ideas, and yeah,
that was fun. It was like a studio session.
It was here, and it's great because I really wish we would have recorded that.
Speaking of man meat, football's back.
Is it?
Yeah,
I'm not a
football's
sports
back.
guy.
Not a sports guy.
Yeah.
But to those who are, there's a few of you. Football is back.
Uh-huh.
You know who Aaron
Aaron Raggers?
Ragers?
Yeah.
Yeah, he tore his ACL yesterday. It was confirmed.
Yeah, so the funny thing is, because we were talking about that yesterday, and then today in the morning, I scrolled through my Instagram, and it's in my reels. I saw the video.
It didn't look initially like
no, it didn't.
bad.
It didn't look like an injury. It just looked like a play.
That's what scares me, though. That scares me because the older you get, the more susceptible you are. It's not even about being old. It's just the amount of like use that you put on your body. Small things like that really add up. And again, it could be any moment where your shit just pops.
Yeah,
It's wild.
that is true.
And it's sad because he's 39 years old.
Uh-huh.
And coming back from an Achilles tear, you're looking at potentially with his age, 18 months with rehab and all that.
That's for a normal person, though. You gotta remember that.
No, that's we're talking athletes.
Yeah, with like the whole measures that they take.
Bro, Klay Thompson, I'm not sure if you're familiar with Klay Thompson. He's a basketball player.
Yeah,
Blew out. He tore his ACL.
Golden State.
Golden Nuggets. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
Golden State. Yeah, he blew out his ACL.
Jeez.
I'm pretty sure he tore his meniscus and his ACL in the championship. One of the championship games, he went up for a dunk and
double
landed
whammy.
wrong. Boom. Right. Whatever. Out halfway through the next season, because it was the end. It was the end of the it was the finals. He comes back, blows out his Achilles on his other leg.
Jeez.
He didn't play for almost 3 years. Like it was like 2.5 years.
Uh-huh.
And even him, like I said, even with the best doctors in the world, some athletes, it just depends on genetics, but sometimes it takes a while. And Aaron Rodgers is 39 years old, so it's gonna take a minute.
Yeah.
So
body doesn't heal the way it used to. That's crazy. Honestly, the more I grow, the more I find the importance of stretching. Because Jesus Christ.
yeah, we were stretching out when I walked you out. Remember, I'm all stretching because I'm like, oh, that feels good, Like,
yeah,
it does.
Some of my coworkers make fun of me because I'm stretching all the time. Because I'm like, I need to keep 2 jobs. I need to keep my body limb because it's a lot of stress I put myself under.
A lot.
Yep.
You honestly need to go to a massage therapist.
A massage parlor?
Yeah. Just a. Oh shit! It's rumbling outside. You hear it?
Like in
Like
real life?
storming. Yeah.
No, I have the headphones in.
Yeah. Sounds like it's
What?
storming.
It was raining.
It was like weirdly sprinkling. There was one cloud.
Yeah.
Anyway, like, ladies and gentlemen, I don't want to bore you guys too much with the sports talk. A few of you guys out there, if you want to hit my DMs, homies, and we can talk about the sports because this motherfucker doesn't contribute anything. So
You should have a whole segment.
I'm gonna start a sports podcast when we blow up.
Yeah.
It's gonna be called Podcast Without Angel. Imagine.
That's the name of it. That's crazy.
I'm just kidding. No, but I would like to have like a section of sports that
Sports hour?
If people were interested. So, next on the docket though.
Uh-huh.
So we had the football back. Oh, did you hear about the real quick. Did you hear about the Twitch streamer that got sexually assaulted on live?
In Hong Kong?
Yeah.
I saw the headline. I didn't see the video.
It was actually insane.
Yeah?
It wasn't like horrifically graphic. It was just the fact that this dude tried it while she's streaming. Like you gotta know she's like she's streaming. She's live. Like she has the thing. Like I'm sure she had her phone, and I'm sure she, like, and then he had been following her about 15 minutes prior to that.
Creepy.
And I guess he was like pretending to ask for directions in like he didn't know where stuff was at, so he was bothering her. And then at one point she goes down into the subway.
Sorry, there was a thing just floating around.
So then she goes down into the subway, right? And he follows her. He follows her into the subway, and bro, he starts to force himself on her. Like he gets really close to her. He kisses her on the cheek. And she's telling him to stop, and he's like right here, and he's like, "Come with me, I'm alone. Like you're alone, like And then some.
How old is this man?
Oh, bro, he looked like he was in his 40s.
Oh wow,
bro. It was, but like it's the fact that again he did it on live stream, and the internet, they're better than the fucking FBI sometimes.
Yes,
they found him, like they found his pictures. Like they got the picture of him from the live stream. They found a picture. They found his profile. They found out where he works. So now everyone's trying to get social justice to find some consequences for this.
That's a dangerous mindset too, though. Sometimes
that stuff is scary. But
have you seen the documentary, the Netflix documentary, "Don't Fuck with Cats"?
Yeah,
that's.
I was present when that internet phenomenon was happening.
Were you?
I remember it. I was living in it. I
You're in
wasn't
the
a part of it. No, I wasn't a part of it. But I
can
remember
see
it.
you there.
I remember. Fuck no. I remember that circulating live, like on Twitter and stuff like that. No sponsorships. Bleep it out. Bleep it out.
It's just gonna be blurred.
Just blur it out.
It's gonna be my drink of the episodes, just coconut water.
Yeah.
But no, that was a really gnarly. I don't keep up with much docs nowadays just because I don't have much time. But that was gnarly seeing the whole back end of that.
Yeah,
and then there's a lot of Reddit and Discord stories about those cases and stuff being solved. Sometimes they hurt the cases. Sometimes they're the sole reason why things get solved.
It's weird.
It's kind of 50-50,
So, but yeah, we don't know what's gonna happen with that. We'll keep you updated, ladies and gentlemen. But this guy did sexually assault a Twitch streamer on live, and it was just kind of the eeriest thing. It's actually scary.
What would you do if you were sexually assaulted? Have you ever been?
I don't think we should talk about that.
On the podcast?
I don't know. Should we talk about that?
I don't know.
It's hard, bro. Have you? As a guy, it's hard to, yes, men can be.
Yeah.
It's just hard to really gain any.
It's difficult coming from I see what you're saying, but there is a couple of times where I've I'm like, if the roles were reversed right now.
Oh yeah. Oh. Oh yes.
It's just
yes.
And
there's been some times where there has been someone forced on you, and you're like, damn, like if it was me doing this to you, I'm goner.
Honestly, I think it's a discussion that we're probably not going to have on here because it's just not the plan for it. We're not just those people, but it's a discussion that I think should be talked about.
We could. I just don't know about this episode, but it's definitely something we can.
We should talk about just more awareness.
But to answer your question, yes, there have been a few, maybe 2 or 3 moments where I've been felt a little icky after something.
Yeah.
But because I'm a guy, even the people I did tell, they were like, oh, yeah,
you'll get over it.
Yeah.
And stuff. I don't know. It's a whole discussion that we may or may not get into, but just moving on to more positive things.
Yeah, moving on. So, what else? We had okay, cool. Yep, the Twitch streamer football.
Yeah.
The molestation that you tried to force upon us. No, just kidding. No.
I'm not molesting anybody, man.
The molestation stories you tried to force on us. My bad. No. That was it for my talking points. That was pretty much it. What's the let the people know what the topic of today is?
What's your go-to snack?
Is that the topic of the day?
No, that's just
my go-to snack.
Well, so to give you guys the topic of the day, we're just gonna talk about adulthood and the realization of all those things. Just a little bit on that. But before we get into that, what's your favorite snack? Like, what's your go-to nowadays?
I don't know, bro, because I feel like it's hard now. When I go to the store, nothing sounds good. Chips don't sound bomb. Candy doesn't sound bomb.
I think I do hear the rain.
Yeah, the raindrops. It's fine. It adds the aesthetic to it.
Does it?
It's like soothing. You can fall asleep to this.
I used to study to like rain and lo-fi.
I
back in high school.
I put on rain, like videos to go to sleep sometimes. One time I woke up. One time it was like a 12-hour video, you know, of playing like rain, and I woke up all happy because I was like, it's raining outside, and I look outside, and it's fucking 116.
Sorry. All right, guys, we're back. Sorry, we're still figuring out a lot of these technical sides on behind the scenes. So, thank you for bearing with us.
So anyway, tell them what the topic of the day is, Angel.
Matt, I'd like to propose a question to you.
Sorry, man. I don't think I'm ready for commitment.
That'd be funny. We should do an engagement type campaign.
We should become like certified. What's the word?
Lover boys?
No. Like we can marry people.
Can't we do that now?
No, you have to be ordained.
What is that?
Like you have to be certified to.
Oh,
like we should marry.
We marry people. Okay, that's great.
That'd be funny.
I would.
Why not?
Because I feel like I just
we can do it on the podcast too.
Get someone married. I have a couple of people that I know that are currently engaged, but I don't. No, I'm not.
I'm doing it right now. I can get certified in like 15 minutes right now on the computer and
online.
Bring them over here, and we'll do it live.
Imagine I'm like, hey guys, do you want to get married on the podcast?
Hey man, I don't know.
No, but let me propose a question, Matt.
Okay.
When was the first time that you can recall that life just hit you in the face?
Damn. Like the first time as an adult?
Sure.
Okay.
Like you realize that a lot of the things that people were saying about life were either not true or very true.
I think my first experience with that had to be jobs. When I was growing up, all I could think about as a job was money. Like, all I could think about of a job was getting paychecks, having your own money, because like you didn't have too many bills. Which I think so like it's like two. It's jobs in general. I thought they were just great because of money and bills. Those were the two slaps in the face where it's like, yo, like yes, you're getting money, but now you gotta start paying for shit. That was the first time where like when I lived back at home, when we first had our couple of jobs, we had to pay the electric bill. And in the house, the old house with like all the old shit, the electric bill in the summer, like around this time, was like $500, and that was a lot. So that was the first realization where I'm like, damn, like my free trial, it ended at 18. All of a sudden, I got to pay bills and shit. Like it was, I think that was like the first slap in the face where I was like, wow, like this is not cash money.
Yeah. So you started paying bills when you were just 18?
It was about I think around that time, because I did have my first job in high school, where I worked at the restaurant. Shout out to the episode 8.
Yes.
Was it
good.
8?
Yeah,
I knew that. So yeah.
We don't even have Robbie to fucking fact check that.
Damn,
So
bro.
bitch.
Where is he? No,
that's why we fired him.
Oh my god, he's never around when we need him. No, so I think bills, jobs, like the realization of jobs, because my second job was shitty. I worked for a shitty company in a shitty warehouse, got shitty pay, had to deal with shitty coworkers, and again, that was another slap in the face of like the realization that this shit is not cracked out to be what I thought it was.
That like you have to work for the dollar, and you have to work a lot more than.
But not just that, but just like the pecking order of jobs. Like when you're young, you think that everything's gonna be fair. You think you're gonna show up to work hard, and they're gonna acknowledge you for that, and you slowly but surely find out that's not the fucking case.
Yeah.
It's so weird. Even in current jobs, the most incompetent people usually somehow make their ways up, and the hard workers are kept at a certain level because they're the worker bees.
Yes, they're the things that make drive, and it's like we can't promote you because there's not in a budget, but we can't let you go because you're too essential. So we're just gonna keep you right there, and it's just like
actually in one of my current jobs, I won't say which one. I'll tell you off camera. One of my coworkers got told that they were not they weren't offered a promotional position because they were too good at their position they did now.
That's gnarly.
That's fucked up.
That's gnarly.
That's fucked up. But what about you? What was the first slap in the face?
Jobs. When I first started to work in high school, and I realized that the sole reason why I started working was to support my mother financially and for me to start accommodating for my dreams of going to college. And I knew at that point that I had fucked up so much in my academic life that I was going to have to pay a lot out of pocket.
Ooh, yeah.
So basically, that was gnarly lightning that just went off over there.
I saw it on that end.
Anyways, whoa.
That's usually what follows. I don't know if y'all gonna be able to hear it. It might be picked up, might not be. But
might not be. We're gonna turn into a flash. Into the flash right now.
It's storming right now. Dang, imagine. Just.
What would your go-to run? I'd just straight like this.
I'd moonwalk backwards.
Backwards.
I'd moonwalk forwards.
So you're just like. You're just skidding the ground.
Yeah. I would just defy all laws of physics. You know, there's a reason why he runs like that.
Who?
The Flash.
Like in the most.
Yes, because they tried to go too realistic with it. Because technically, in the real world, if you were actually moving that fast, there would be no friction. You wouldn't have friction to actually run, so you essentially would be ice skating, gliding over.
Yeah, but that doesn't explain his hand motions. That's just strictly when you're
But what I'm saying is like they were trying to emulate ice skating.
Yeah,
ice skaters do that.
Do they?
It's the flow of their.
Because I'm thinking more of a track star when you're I can't think of the word. Strut. It's not strutting. Strutting is
sprinting.
No. When it is sprinting, but it's like the actual definition of it. But when you're it's not striking. But when you're it's like that last meter where you have to like gun out and everything. That's not the technique that they use. That the Flash is doing when he's running.
Well, that's
really
what I'm saying. Like they went too real with it, and they were trying to do like an ice skating type of thing.
It just looks disgusting.
Anyway.
Yeah. So basically, I started working, and I realized how hard I needed to work to earn the dollar, and I realized that me just simply doing the job that was asked, me coming in, doing everything that they told me to say, did not mean that I was going to be treated equally than the rest of my employees. And ever since my first job, I've been kind of treated really bad. It's gotten better over the years because I've been able to advocate for myself. But that was the first time. That was the first time that I'm like, oh wow. Apart from like me being in the classroom and everything, me being at home, nobody really gives a shit about you or is out for the best of you. Everybody just looks in their own best interest, and that was really heartbreaking. And I didn't even accept that. Then it took me years for me to come to the conclusion. I just knew I was sad in the moment.
Even with me knowing that shit, I still fall victim to it today. Put too much trust into coworkers when it's like you gotta, like you just said, most coworkers, and everyone knows this, when push comes to shove, work is work. Like most people aren't like you have it in your head that these people are your friends and that people are going to ride for you. Angel doesn't show up tomorrow, I'm fucking quitting, or we're doing something.
Yeah.
No, like you physically can't, and most coworkers just won't.
Yeah.
So that's a harsh reality.
It's such a whiplash because at least the way I grew up, I was like my friends were my family because I didn't have much of a family coming home. So I'm like, oh, work is just everybody that's my age too, so it's just exactly like school. These guys, like you said, they're my friends. They're gonna ride and die for me. Anything comes up, oh, we got in trouble, we fucked up, we were goofing around. They have no issue throwing me under the bus.
Oh no,
if it means that they get to
get away with it, or because you know what it is though. Cash rules everything around me. It's money. Like it's the fact that you're messing with people's money. Like if it push comes to shove again, you're not gonna get rid of my salary to save you. Like that's how people think. Like if I'm gonna get in trouble, oh hell no, like fuck him, like throw him under the bus, do what you gotta do to make sure that you're secure. And unfortunately that's just how the game is. But it was a harsh reality for me to like accept that.
Definitely.
That's how it goes.
And then just the fact that most of my managers that were there to either coach me, teach me, or what I thought, again, because I saw my teachers as mentors, and I'm just like, oh, they're just like my teachers. Like that's how
you were supposed. That's how you were like indoctrinated.
Yes.
That this is what. And there were some teachers that did look out for your best interests. 8 times out of 10, 7 times out of 10.
What's the word? It was really nice for me to actually have a lot of teachers that did that for me.
I had a few too. Shout out to all my teachers in high school, because some of them did really care. Some of them didn't.
Yeah. But like I was saying, going into the workplace, and in my head at the time, which I didn't, it was just a self-conscious thing. It's like I looked at these managers and everything, like my teachers, they're going to try to help me. When in reality, they didn't.
No.
You know, and it's not their fault. You know, it's just, like you said, it's just the way the world works. And it was really gnarly to just realize that.
No, it did suck. And that was a whoopsh, slap in the face.
Yep. Just like my uncle.
Wish it was my ass instead of my face. Probably would have had a better time. So,
yeah.
All right. Well, segue into that. Do you have any other, like, how do I say this? What other aspects of being an adult was it hard for you to kind of come to grips with? Kind of like, okay, so for example, adult relationships.
Yes.
Whether it's romantic or friendships, what was the realization for that?
Do you know what's funny? I am 21 years old, and I'm still in the middle of realizing a lot of things that you just described, because I am not that far from graduating high school. Like, granted, this was only like 3-4 years ago, you know? So I was always accustomed to that. My friends we're in school. We see each other every day. We kind of live the same lives, you know? Every student kind of lives the same life. You guys have either the same or similar teachers. You have the same schedules. Even if you're working, you guys are working around similar hours. There's time for you guys to hang out. Life after high school, and I don't mean to sound depressing, but like, it is much more of a choice for you to keep those friendships, relationships. It's harder. Like, you need to put effort into that. And I'm realizing that now, that there's just a lot of people that aren't going to do that, because again, everybody's just looking out for themselves. And again, there's nothing bad with that. It's just with the friendships and everything, I was so used to everybody around me being my ride or die, and I'm like, they're always going to be here. Mm-hmm. When it comes to that realization that it's not like we grow, we live different lives now. It's not so much, it's a lot easier when you're in high school to be friends, because you're living the same life. There's relatability there.
It's not even that. Yes, it is that as well, but I think it's much simpler. You're forced to be around these people. You go from being around 80% of the same people, 70% of the same people from kindergarten till you're 18 years old. 12 years of your life is spent seeing the same people on the dot every month. You know what I'm saying? Like, you get into that routine of like forcefully having to see these people, and then you get out of high school and you realize really quickly who fucks with you and who doesn't. And it's not even personal. Like, I have a lot of homies out there that don't hit me up. I don't hit them up, and it's not like there's any specific reason. I don't hate them. I don't. It's not anything like that. It's just the fact that it's the realization that you grow up, and like, you can't it's so hard to keep up with everyone. Yeah,
it's an active choice that you have to do for you to keep up with people, especially.
And I'm choosing not to see y'all. I hope you know that.
Y'all easy.
Y'all be easy. Not me though.
I don't even know what that means.
Just be easy.
No, but it is a lot of that.
No, it's a lot. So okay, so what have you learned so far though? From let's say friendships right now. Let's go with friendships.
That effort has to be put in, not all the time, obviously, because we live our lives, but my best friend just moved to Flagstaff, which is it's 2 hours away. You know, but
might as well be on the fucking move.
But you know, it's like that. I have to actively keep up with him. If I want to go visit him, that's something that I need to do, because he's out there living a whole different life. So am I. You know, I'm making content and everything. So our friendship is not just based on like you said, being forced around one another is out of the picture. It's just how much are you willing to be someone's friend, you know? And that's a really big realization, and I think that's the one that's hit me the most. Maybe it's just because it's so recent, but it's just because it hits home to me, you know, because my friends are my family, and it's like over the years I've lost increments of my family, and that's been a really, really difficult one for me.
No, for
and
sure.
I think a lot of people that are listening can relate to that, at least to some degree, what it is to grow and lose those people that you thought that were gonna be there on your deathbed. And there's nothing wrong with that. Like we all live, we grow. Hell, I met you within like the last 2 years, and that's, you know,
It's been a year. We're coming up on a year.
yeah, it's
Like next month will be a year that we physically were in the same room for the first time.
right.
That
Still
was-
hadn't actually never mind. I'm not gonna not gonna talk about that.
Yeah.
That was a gnarly one.
Me and Angel had the same orientation class when we got hired.
We
So,
have never really talked about that. Do you want to give them a bit of a rundown on that?
Yeah, I got you. We had orientation. Now we're here. So I don't know what you want me to say. Like,
So we applied to some place at the same time, and you know, we got stuck in the same orientation, and then
I like to think somewhere out there we were under the same moon, filling out the same application on the same.
it was just destined.
It was just destiny.
The mediocre gods.
We wouldn't. Yeah, whatever mediocre god you believe in, they were out there and they were puppeteering.
Yeah.
Something. They were like, Matt's getting evicted. He needs to apply. True story, by the way.
Dude, Loki, I was actually. Can we talk about like how after you finish your whole thing, what has kind of led us to where we are right now? Because do you ever think, like looking back even a year, that you'd be sitting right here with someone who at least used to be just a coworker, making?
No, I knew we were best friends the moment I saw you. The moment that you were in the orientation class, you were sitting like this, and I looked over and you went.
And then the next day you went like,
And then I was like, "You're."
and then the next day you were like,
Yeah, actually, that's happened. That's like people don't understand. That's how guys make friends. That's literally. There's a vendor that comes into the store, and at first it was just like I thought he was stealing. So you know, I'm looking at him, and then like a week later, it's like, and then 2 weeks later, it's like, and now it's like, oh, bro, what's
Hey,
up,
what
bro?
up, man?
What's up, bro? What it do?
hey, what up,
Give
man?
him a hug. You know what I'm saying? What's up, baby? How you doing?
That's literally it's so easy.
It's just what it is. There's multiple guests like that though. There's one guy that comes in now and he daps me up.
Yeah.
And we have conversations. But I used to just look at him and then he'd look at me and I'm just like. Now it's like, oh, shoo, what's up, shouty? You said how we got here.
How we got here.
Okay.
That's the one.
So some I thought my podcasting dreams died. Around 2020. COVID really put a stop to stuff. It was actually kind of scary when we were trying to record podcast episodes during COVID. It felt illegal because we weren't like, you know, there was curfew. There wasn't anybody on the fucking streets. So when I was driving to the studio, it felt like I was in an episode of The Walking Dead.
Could you, because some of the viewers don't know that this isn't necessarily like your first go at a podcast.
Yeah, so I used to be on the Joe Rogan podcast. And
Just running with that story.
I know, right? Hey, yeah, you know, he got rid of all the. Once he made his deal with Spotify, they cut me out. Unfortunately, I didn't want to. I didn't want to sell out. You know,
Yeah.
Fuck the money and the bitches and the
Yeah.
fame and the studios.
Yeah.
I wanted to be me. I wanted to get evicted.
I wanted to be mediocre.
I wanted, yeah, right. I want not the
Right.
best podcast on Spotify. I wanted to be right in the middle. No, I did have a previous podcast that I started up with one of my close friends, and COVID really, like I said, it just made it more challenging, and then that didn't really materialize like I wanted it to. And like I said, I thought my podcasting dreams died. I had always talked about doing my own, but I'm not saying I can't do my own. It just felt like something was missing. So again, you know, almost 3 years later, 2 years later, because we got hired last year. 2 years later, me and you just slowly started to like chit chat, you know. Probably wouldn't have talked to you if the cafe wasn't right next to the office. I don't know. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Truly.
It was one of those things where it had to be a perfect storm. Like the orientation class being the same, our departments kind of being really close to each other.
Me going through a fucking breakup.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah. I think that was the moment. I don't know, man. Like I said, I really kind of knew you were like a good person.
It sounds
Boy,
like
was I wrong.
It sounds like a love story.
I was wrong, but I knew you just had that vibe where it's like I knew we clicked. But I think it was when you were going through some turmoil with that. I think that was like the step where it was just kind of like our friendship kind of just went to the next level. We went out to eat twice.
Yeah.
We went out to eat twice. We went to Denny's once, and then we went to Lynn's.
Yeah.
And I think both of those, the Denny's dinner was very crucial to this
Very.
because we were kind of that's when we were starting to bounce off ideas and really kind of getting into like our interest, and we were kind of seeing that we have the same type of interest, same type of humor and things like that.
We didn't even have the name then.
No,
which
we
is
didn't even know.
ridiculous.
We were just like, bro, we should totally start up a podcast.
Yeah.
And we were like, yeah, man,
it's like
we
the
should
whole
do it.
dude thing.
Yeah, it was just like, it just happened. So again, that's one of those things, like to go back to the main topic, which like the friendship, adult friendships. It's really weird because I had a group of friends that in high school I swore that they were like my ride or dies. I was gonna be with them till the end, and I actually became friends with a lot of people outside of high school that I didn't even anticipate. So shout out to all you guys out there, like who I'm close to now. Some of them I wasn't even that close to in high school, which is weird. So it's like adult friendships are a lot different than school ones because, like I said, you're forced to be around these people. Kind of got to get used to them. Whereas adult friendships, you really start to pick and choose who you want to be around, and then they materialize like that. So it's just different. But that realization, that slap in the face, the whoosh moment was like, you actually have to put effort into these things, but you also got to find your people. Because a lot of people from school, like I said, a lot of people from school that I was friends with, I don't fuck with now. And some are for a reason and some aren't. But like, I feel like my circle now is more tailored to me. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. As you grow, you really develop your interests, and it's like the people that don't really fit that mold, they just, life just finds a reason to just get them out. You know?
Life do be lifing.
Yeah. I don't mean to completely kill your whole. You're doing great, by the way, but I need a pee.
Oh, okay, cool.
Can we take a pee break?
Robbie, cut that out.
All right, bathroom break is done.
Yep.
Matt, where were we?
Did you shake it more than twice? Because if you did, you're playing with it. Anyway,
I go like 4.
It's like a fire hose for me. I just close my eyes and grab on and pray nothing gets in my mouth. So anyway, so so to finish up on
how far can you make it from?
I don't know. I haven't done that in a while.
Right. Yeah. When I was a kid, I could make it like a pretty good distance.
Yeah. Put it in sports mode. You gotta peel everything back. And make it like a direct line of sight. Anyway, okay. So just to follow up on the those are bloopers right there. Okay, so just to follow up on the friends aspect, the adulthood friends aspect is, like I said, you pick and choose who you want to be around, and it is a harsh reality because it's one thing for when you pick your circle, but it also is not a good feeling when people didn't pick you for their circle. Because I did hand pick my people to be around, but there are also people who handpicked their circles as well that I was left out of. So, like I said, you still have tons of years to figure it out. When I was 21, I still had a good grip of those people. By the time you hit 25, you might not even be talking to any of these people. There's just a small possibility. Like your friendships, but there's a small chance that you just don't know.
There is a small chance, but I like to be optimistic. But also, I think that the people that are with me now have truly seen like a lot of the bad side with me, and I think it's gonna take a lot for them to leave. But then also, I did have that mindset before.
I said that too.
You know
And
what?
guess who? All y'all fucking left. Whoever's not watching this, they fucking left. I said it too, bro.
Why are you addressing the people that aren't watching it? How are they gonna know?
I don't know. Somehow it's gonna be on their TL, and y'all fucking lost me. Y'all be easy, not me though. No, I'm just saying, like, you just don't know, bro. You never know.
Yeah, no, you're right. Again, I'm 21, so I still have a lot of life to live.
Yeah.
If that does happen.
No, you will.
know?
Yeah, you will.
If I don't off myself.
I don't know. Do the old filter. What does it look like?
Call back to
Yep.
episode what? 4? 5?
6.
Around there? No, it wasn't 6.
6. I don't know. I can't remember.
Call back. Go listen to Matt's A Paranoid Filter.
Yeah,
That's the episode.
Yeah.
Call back to that.
Yeah. So
watch all our catalog, guys.
just go through every episode just to find it.
Yeah.
Just to find it. We'll give you a surprise if you do. But yeah, just like I said, so like a harsh reality, like I said, with friends and relationships in general, because relationships also changed. I know we didn't touch on that too much.
We didn't even touch on relationships.
Relationships do also change. Not to air too much stuff out, but yes, there are I and other people maybe listening as well were also a part. Like, I mean, some of my friends had long relationships just as much as I did, and it's like, it's one of those things where it's like, I didn't see my life without those people. They didn't see their lives without those people. And then now we're here where it's new opportunities, new people around. And it's like, again, those relationships they were different. It was a slap in the face. Like, when you're youthful, you think things are gonna last. And it's not as fairy tale as I thought it was gonna be. I was the problem. Let's be real. I was the problem, but I didn't think I was gonna be the problem. And then you either die the hero or live long enough to be the ex. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. Like, it's just one of those things where it's like, the harsh reality was that relationships are not always fairy tales.
Yeah,
That's what sucks. When you fall in love with somebody, or you think someone loves you, and it turns out to not be what you thought it was, that's that slap in the face. Whoosh,
yeah.
where it's like, damn.
I have never experienced a relationship to
No, I'm just kidding, bro. I'm kidding.
Jeez.
Sorry, I'm kidding.
Jeez.
Go ahead.
Actually, I don't even know about that one. I think I have.
I'm sure you have.
I
love you, bro. We love you. If you love Angel,
subscribe.
Follow right here. No, I'm just kidding.
Bro,
What the fuck?
You know what? I'm just gonna cut away every time you say that. Yeah.
Please don't do that.
Don't do that.
No,
the whole podcast is just gonna be my angle.
Yeah,
and then
imagine.
just your voice.
Oh, I'll come into frame real quick. Don't even tell me my eye.
Yeah. You come into my frame and point here.
Yeah. I'm like right here. Follow.
You just destroyed the illusion. What if I just like, hey yo?
Follow right there too. No, go ahead. So anyway, you were saying you were saying.
Yeah. So I have never had the experience with relationships that you've had. Like I've never had a so long-term relationship. Like my longest is a year and like a little under 2 years. So I don't know what it is to spend a significant amount of my developing years, I guess, my time with someone is have that like snap that like Thanos snapped.
Don't do it.
Don't do it.
All you young people out there, do not get into long-term relationships in your teens and early 20s. Just don't do it. It's not worth it.
You don't think so?
Nope. I didn't know who I was. The reason why that relationship didn't work is because I didn't know who I was or what I wanted. I still don't even know what I want. But I didn't know who I was, and that you can't pour from an empty cup. That's just what it is.
Yo.
That's just what it is. Quotes with Matt.
Yeah. That's some real insightful shit. That that those things are right, guys. You better appreciate them.
Mm-hmm.
No, so I guess it is difficult for you to find yourself and also sustain a relationship. It's a very difficult thing that
some people can do it.
Yeah.
And shout out to the people I went to high school with. I have my 2 high school friends, Brandon and Kriya. They were together in high school. They have 2 beautiful children. They ride or die for each other. They're there for each other. I see them on social media. It's very beautiful.
Some people just have it.
Fuck y'all.
Some people just have it.
No, I'm just saying, like, but shout out to the people that made it work, right?
Yeah.
But for the people that just unfortunately had to go through those tough lessons, it wasn't worth it. It wasn't worth it, bro. Like I said, to give you like a backstory, I think that my mind was shaped a certain way because my mom and dad were in a 23-year relationship before her passing. Rest in peace. Mm-hmm. And
where's her ashes?
It's somewhere.
Just kidding.
In my pocket. Pocket sand. No, I'm just kidding.
Stick that.
Just in case someone runs up on me. I don't have my gun on me or anything. Pocket sand. No, but my mom.
Your mom's your guardian angel, dude. Can I make
angel
jokes
dust?
Like that?
Yeah, we can make jokes like that. It's fine.
Just like.
That's how I pregame it. That's how I fucking pregame it. What better way, you know? Guys, he's talking about my mom, by the way.
God.
Cancel this man. Just kidding. No, I'm just kidding.
Goddamn there, mama.
All it's gonna do is just give me a fucking headache. No, but what was I saying?
How do you think like cremation was? Was it like a witch thing? They would burn them, right?
I don't know. It has to be a certain way too. You can't just put things in the oven. I've tried.
You just have to have it at a certain temperature, no?
I don't know.
You know, just like.
If we have any morticians out there, please let us know down in the comments.
I think you have to be some level of freak to have that job.
You just have to not. I don't know, bro. It's like them Dr. Pill Poppers, Dr. Pimple Poppers.
Yeah.
Like, you have to be a special breed of people to. First of all, you have to be a special breed of people to watch that shit. I can kind of watch some.
Yeah.
I can't watch all.
Yeah.
I don't like when they be cutting cysts open and they be squeezing this shit out. Like it's the shock value of it's cool, but like realistically, but then you have to be a different type of breed, to do it.
Yeah.
Especially as a profession.
Yeah. A mortician is even crazier because I just can't imagine having to be like the only warm thing in that dead body, you know?
What do you mean? What do you mean by that? Back it up.
That's not what they do?
I don't think so.
Anyways, we're so
not
off
what they're
topic.
supposed to do. Yeah. Anyway, so like I said, again, shout out to the couples that made it work out of high school, but unfortunately, there's a very big percentage of people that it's just not worth it, man. Like I said, there's a lot of girls that and guys that we've cried over and have had a lot of pain from. And you look back on it, and yes, those things were kind of necessary to get us where we're at today. Mm-hmm. But to avoid that stuff, don't do it.
Well, sure, but if you...
don't fucking do it.
There's not a way around it, though, you know? It's like...
It's the canon event.
Yeah, like if it's going to happen, it's going to happen.
It's going to happen.
You know, there's...
But I think there needs to be... I'm not saying don't fall in love. I'm not a love... I love love. You know what I'm saying? It's just the right way. And I've noticed there's a trend that a lot of people aren't mature enough to know what love is. I used to always be told, you don't know what real love is. And I thought I did. I thought I did. And then looking back on it, yeah, like from the difference between then and now is that, yeah, I didn't know what actual love was.
I think love morphs as one does, you know. What's love to me isn't necessarily what's love to you, and I think that's the beauty of it. I also do believe that fuck, I don't know what I believed. I was going to say something, but the train just left.
The sober train?
Yeah, we just...
I got off that one.
We just did a mountain of your mom.
Break, I took a couple... I went behind the dumpster and...
Some people just caught me and I was like, no, keep moving.
I said...
Pocket ass.
Pocket said.
I'm pocket ass.
I'm going to use that shit to disappear. and I'm gone.
Your mom's ashes. Just smash
I can
the
only
urn.
I can only do it like once though. I can only
Yeah.
do it like once. So no, but not guys. Like you said, I didn't finish my thought. We got off topic. Like I said, my mom and dad were in a 23-year relationship, and it just lasted too long. We had some good talks. What's unfortunate is I didn't have enough adult conversations with my mom. I wish I could have had some. Like you have the opportunity. I think what I'm trying to say is take that opportunity to make sure you have conversations with your mom, because there are a lot of conversations that I need to have, and she's not here.
I get that. Sometimes it's very difficult on my end though, because there's just a cultural barrier
For sure.
and the generational barrier that it's just difficult sometimes. Because I ask my mom for guidance, and when I say that, I don't necessarily mean for my mom to tell me what to do, because I'm an adult. I have a pretty good idea of where I want to take my life, the goals that I need to do. It's more or less of guidance on how she was able to overcome a lot of the issues. Like I mentioned before, I'm a first generation here in the United States. So she knows a thing or two about having nothing and making something out of it, you know? And it's just things like that it's very difficult for... It just gets lost in translation and stuff. But I remembered what I was going to say earlier.
Train's back.
No, but I struggle with the whole love and relationship thing. I know this is not necessarily what the whole episode is about, but just since it's just on topic, I have a fear that I love the idea of love instead of just appreciating the person and a relationship for what it is. Like I don't know.
You don't know where it stops and where it ends.
Yeah, it's just like, do I love the fascination, the illusion, the romanticized a feeling that I get with the idea of love, or do I like the person? Do I like where it's going and everything? It's just such a difficult question that I don't even have the answer to.
You're figuring it out though. That's the thing I can tell you is that and that was my problem too, is that I didn't know. I think I was just in love with the idea of what I thought love was. And looking back, I was not loving the way that I should have. Or I can look back at younger me and go, yeah, you didn't know what you were doing. So you're still figuring it out. It's fine. You got time. Some of us though, we're on the clock. No, I'm just kidding. Nah.
I don't think it's ever
Love's
too late.
got no age. You know what I'm saying?
It's actually really
Your
beautiful.
soulmate might not even be born yet, by the way.
That's...
Some of y'all. Some of y'all. Some of these people watching might not. Who knows?
What do you mean by that?
I don't know, bro.
Do you know where our audience is?
Yeah, 50-year-olds be dating 20-year-olds.
There's no reason for that.
There's not.
There's no...
But love is love.
That's not love. That's...
Lust is lust.
That's what it is. Hot take, guys. I might get canceled. But as
Looks like we're going to do the amateur half hour sooner than later.
We thought.
My time to shine, baby.
If you're a 50-year-old, what attracts you to a 20-year-old other than just their physical aspects? It's just like that mentality and everything. It's just, there's nothing. I get it. Maybe as like a trophy wife and something, I get why that would be appealing. But for someone like myself that wants something sustainable and just a little bit more emotion behind it, I just can't seem to grasp it. It's kind of nasty.
I would love to have someone. That's it. We're gonna find a couple. We're gonna find a 50-year-old that's married to a 25-year-old, and we're gonna interview him. We'll figure the fuck out.
Get DiCaprio on the line right now.
Oh, I got his number actually. He might have changed it, but I got
yeah, from your Joe Rogan days, right?
Yeah,
exactly.
So I got Post Malone's too. Post Malone, shut out. Hit me up.
Yep.
So yeah, no, it is hot take. I don't. Is that a hot take? That's not even a hot take.
I don't know. I don't know what a hot take is anymore.
Hot take. The sky is blue. Like, no, bro.
What if you're colorblind? Go on now.
You got me there. So, but yes, like I said, just like I said, the final words on that. Adult relationships become harder and harder, but like the execution of them is harder. The blueprint of them is simple, though.
That is, Jesus, beautiful.
Matt's quotes.
Beautiful. I think the execution on a lot of these adult things and a lot of the topics that we're talking about does get clouded and more difficult. But in practice, not in practice, but like you said, on paper, everything's the same. Friend like friend.
It's a human, yeah. Man like woman. Why you gotta make it hard?
Yeah.
It's when men like too many women and women like too many men. That's the issue. You know what I'm saying? Like,
and men don't communicate with woman.
Or men like men.
What? What? You know,
I'm not gay personally. That was the funniest shit. You have to check last episode, but that was probably the funniest thing you said.
How can I be gay? My bitch is homophobic.
That was probably the funniest shit you said last episode. He said, "Shout out to the LGBTQ community. I'm not gay personally."
Bro, I'm not.
I know. I think for some reason the personally I don't know. It was like I don't know what the phrase is I'm looking for, but it definitely was like some type of contradiction or something. Because I don't know. But anyway, so any final thoughts on those? Okay, so real quick again to get back on. I know we're kind of lagging. Not lagging. I know we're kind of hanging on this a little.
I think it's an interesting conversation.
No, it is. What are your thoughts moving forward with your next relationship, since you kind of went through a tough one? How are you moving forward with that?
I know a lot more now of the person that I want around. Right. Not necessarily just the person or just the qualities that I want around. I feel like that's
fat ass type stuff, thick thighs.
Sure. Yeah, definitely. Mm-hmm. No, but I have understood the life that I want to live, where I see my life, and I think I have a grasp on the kind of person that it would take for them to be able to be around me, if that makes sense. You know, like I want a person that also wants something of their life, and we can just live our life together. Okay. You know what I mean? And yeah, with that, I just learn how to communicate. Just a bunch of the things that you learn after a breakup. Yeah, I've learned my red flags, working on those, and you know, I have some obviously, but yeah, as far as relationships, that's what I've learned. And the same thing can go with friendships. The amount of effort that I have to put in, and the fact that I am gonna fuck up.
Not just the amount of effort you have to put in, the amount of effort that others show you as well. Because again, we get blinded by
light.
Yeah, we get blinded by that loyalty. Loyalty blinds us sometimes. So we think, hey, like, I'm loyal to you, you're going to be loyal to me. And like I said, sometimes that doesn't really pan out the way we thought. So, yeah, no, moving forward, like I said, I've learned a lot from my previous relationship. And it definitely, like you said, it opens your eyes to like what you do want, what you don't want, especially when it hurts that much.
Yeah.
When that pain really does show you a lot about yourself.
It shows you who you are.
Or who you aren't, actually.
Yeah. It shows you. It doesn't show you, but it, like, the mirror is there. You just kind of have to look at it. You know, like, it presents you with a mirror, and it just.
I don't look at my mirror. I sold my soul. If I look in the mirror, I turn to dust.
Yeah.
Pocket dust. I'll be the pocket dust. When I die, guys, I'm gonna make sure my will has enough pocket dust for my cremation for Angel. He's gonna have it at all times. Yeah, or it's gonna be an emergency too.
Yeah, no. What you could do is have it assembled in like 250 baggies, and then we can put them up on sale on the website.
Hey, for the hey.
Matt's pocket dust.
We're gonna sell. I'm gonna have my dick cremated. And then that one's gonna be like in its own vial, you know, like it's gonna be its own thing. It's gonna go up in price too. So, I'm gonna be like, which one of y'all has the dick powder?
Yeah,
the dick
powder.
Sand. So anyway, but
Pocket
yeah,
dust. Fuck, not that one. Shit, babe, scoop it up.
I just wasted all that fucking money on this dick sand. And it's all over the place. No, you know what's messed up? Speaking of ashes, my house got robbed 4 times in my childhood. Same house. Yeah. Took 4 times for us to install any security, by the way. So why not keep robbing it, right?
Yeah.
One of the most fucked up things, aside from taking all the materialistic stuff, We had my nana's ashes
Oh Lord.
on the wall fixture, and there was 5 boxes, and 2 of them when we came home, 2 of them they were like those little. They were about the dimensions weren't that big. They were just like little boxes, right? And
Oh, you had it like spread out?
what do you mean?
Like there were different boxes?
Yeah,
of-
there was like
okay.
the 5 boxes. There was like a set.
Yeah.
And it was just separate boxes. And like I said, they were like little chests.
Uh-huh.
And the motherfuckers that robbed them, they opened them and tossed them all over the ground. They didn't do them to all of them, though, because I think they realized what they were. Because it looked like they might have just opened them really quick to see if there was something in there.
Yeah.
And it was kind of sad, like, to see my parents have to sweep that up. And it was just like, we still had some, but it did suck.
Did you sweep it up and put it back in?
I honestly don't know what they did. I think they might have tried.
Yeah.
They might have tried, but still, a lot of dust bunnies in there, I'm sure. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, you know, Nana's one with the earth more than ever. you know?
Hey, I should. Yeah, I actually will get some dirt and fill it in. You know? And fuck it. No,
Probably
you know
not.
what? I actually want. I actually want to be. I want to do something like be planted. Have you seen those things where they like plant a tree with your like your ashes in it or something? Like that'd be sick.
That would be sick
That'd be
because
sick.
you'd grow with and you would always be around.
That's what I'm saying.
Unless
or like you'd be like a
business
designated
cut you down.
on the land.
What land?
The land.
Oh, that's
The
good.
land.
That's crazy.
We could just. There's gonna be that one tree on the land.
Yeah.
Me.
You just posted.
Yeah.
I'd have a statue of me.
I want a statue of you. That'd be tight. That's our goal. We're gonna get a statue.
Dude, do you imagine how hard it would be to like how important of a person do you have to be to have a statue made? Because like not even celebrities have those. They just have
I
those.
don't know, because Rocky has a statue in
No,
Philadelphia.
they took it off.
Oh, did they?
Yeah, a couple years ago.
Yeah, but he had one.
He had one.
It's not even real.
Yeah, which is crazy. Just Stallone having a statue there.
Why'd
Yeah.
they take it down again?
Taxes probably. I don't know. Everything comes down to taxes. It's fucking America.
Probably.
Jesus Christ.
So, okay, so leading to statue
Yeah.
as a goal, I would love a statue somewhere in the world of me.
Yeah.
What do we as far as passions? What are some adult passions that you have from when you were
Porn. I'm just kidding.
What I was just in what way, you know? No, so like going from, you know, like entering adulthood, what are some passions that you had that you might not have anymore, or like what are some passions you have now?
It's a very interesting thing because I think the moment that I discovered that I wanted more of this life than just ending high school and then just getting a job just like everybody else, I vividly remember that was during my senior year. That one goal of me being successful has never really stopped. I just didn't know in what way.
Yeah,
And now
for sure.
more than ever, like now, right now, I want to say the one key difference is that path is more clear.
Okay.
So that's the one consistent one that's been there. Obviously, as my younger self, a lot of my goals was to like be around my friends because they were my family and then do everything for them. And that's still kind of there, but it's just there in different ways.
Okay.
You know, but as far as like real passion things, a passion, like this is a passion project that I'm doing. And it's like, this is one of the ways that I see myself being successful. So a lot of my goals are like intertwined within each other because no matter what goal I'm hitting, it's all hitting that one that it's at the very top, you know?
Okay.
Yeah. What about you?
Obviously my passions, like, they changed over the years. Right out of high school, I did have a very strong will, or like just a very strong want to play basketball at a collegiate level, and it didn't matter. Like, it didn't matter whether it was a community college or whatever. I just wanted to play basketball at the highest level that I possibly could, and that was something that I worked on for a little bit. But as the years went on, like I said, the passions were different. Sports didn't become as important as I thought they were. As a spectator and a viewer, yeah, like I still love them and I'm still dedicated to that stuff. But playing them, I'm always kind of bouncing in and out because there's times where like I look at videos or I watch highlights and I'm like, damn, like I want to do that still. But then there's times where like we see Aaron Rodgers snap his shit. And I'm like, do I really, like, realistically, do I want to get hurt, have to rehab, have to put so much energy into getting back to just normal or some semblance of normalcy? For what? I think my mom had a little bit of that too. My mom had some animosity with sports, mainly due to my dad. So my mom's like secondhand hate kind of went to me for basketball specifically. And I remember she kind of killed my vibe a little bit with it. Around 21, 22 years old, she really laid into me about why I'm even playing sports, because they weren't doing anything for me. And like, yeah, to a degree, I guess she's not wrong, because putting a lot of effort, but it was a passion. It was a passion that I was putting a lot of time into, and she just didn't agree. So when she died, I felt guilty about a lot of stuff, and one of them was basketball. So I stopped playing for like 2 or 3 years, just because I felt like that's what I had to do. So now that we're here, 6 years removed from her passing, my passions with that have changed. Playing sports is still in my top 5 list, but it's not number 1 like it used to be. So that's a very big discrepancy from, like I said, when I was 18 to 23, you couldn't get me off of play. Bro, I was fatter back then, and I was still playing more. I don't understand it. Like, I don't get how I was more active back then, but I was still fat. Like,
I get that. Same thing goes for my football years. Like, I was a lot
active.
Yeah, but I was like more chubby.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
I think it's because I think it was just like the diet. Like, that just proves that I was eating that much. Like, I was eating much more than I was active. Because literally, bro, we would go run for 2 or 3 hours, and then we'd be like, McDonald's. So like all
right
the
after
fucking
practice,
all the running we did ruined. So sports were something that, like, in the beginning I thought I'd never give up, and now I'm getting closer to where I'm like, it can still be a passion side thing, but it's not on the top of my list. So that's definitely one of them. Now, if you want to fast forward, now passions are content creation. I've always had like an inkling of like wanting to be in movies or media. Hey, any talent agents out there, I can act. But I just I'm pretending to like you right now. But sorry. Anyway, I was just shooting from the hip on that one. Didn't mean to catch you for like pocket sand. One day we're gonna get mugged, and I'm gonna actually pocket sand someone. It's gonna save our lives. I'm telling you.
Both me and you.
We're gonna just seamlessly be prepared for that.
Matt, you got the thing.
Matt, on 3, okay, ready, 1, 2, 3. Pocket sand. Go high, go low. I'll aim for the eyes. You get the mouth.
You accidentally throwing the dick dust.
Oh shit! Fuck! Not again. Hold on, dude. Real quick, can I get some of that back? Can you spit some out of me?
Yeah, just pocket dust.
Anyway. So no, but So right now, some of the passions right now, definitely are content creation. The more that I've been streaming for years now, and that I feel like I really want to take serious. This is something that we're putting a lot of time into, and like although it is like you said, a passion project. I am happy with this being my life goal right now. Yeah, is to make this work. Or to make something from this.
Yes. So I didn't want to go on a full-on rant on me just speaking. I want to let you talk a little bit. But this is slowly, as the weeks come, as we hit the goals with that we have here, and you know those. This is starting to become more of an obsession with me. Like every waking moment that is not occupying my time, and even then, it's starting to bleed into my work. Whenever I'm at work and I'm not necessarily, I have like some thinking space. Like, dude, I am thinking about this. I'm thinking about how to do content. I'm thinking what we can do. I'm thinking about ideas, this and that, and it's an obsession. And like I mentioned earlier, I think this time in my life is so much more different because I have found that sense of purpose within this. It's helping almost every aspect in my life. I want to go back to the gym now. I want to do all these things because this is giving me such a sense of fulfillment that I never even felt that in like my previous relationship. Like, I've never felt this great. And it's crazy because I'm dead tired all the time. So I don't know. Like, I'm doing a lot of learning now as it's coming, and it's really great. And I'm stoked to see where it goes, both this podcast and my own life and your life and everything.
Yeah. No, it's one of those things where I said, like, the difference now is that I kind of have a path that I know I'm on now. It felt previously like I didn't have a path. I kind of was just in no man's land, really kind of just floating around. Now it feels like this, like you said, just to call back to the beginning of this, is it's given us kind of like a purpose to do something. But it's for us, you know. I'm not just doing something to do it. It's like this is what we were really trying to do. So again, shout out to all the people that are just making this come true, because like you guys are helping as well.
You guys are literally the sole providers on this. We can be putting as much effort as we are, but if there was nobody, even if there was nobody watching, I'm sure we would still be doing it. But it is so gratifying to know that there's people out there that genuinely love what we're doing and the amount of support that we get, and the amount of critique that we get too, that is always so positive. It's just great, and I really appreciate that.
Oh, for sure. So, leaving the passions, what are some goals that you do have? It could be personal, podcast wise. What do you got? Where do you see yourself in 5 years? Where do you see yourself in 10 years?
In 5 years?
Yeah.
In 5 years, I would want to have already made a name for myself. You know, with whatever way that is. I would obviously want it through this. Yeah. Obviously, because...
Me too, brother.
For some of you guys that are aware, and I'm just going to be fully transparent with this, we now run ads on our podcast, and that's amazing that we have able... Like this is quite literally the dream come true. Like, I really need to hold back on me trying to be emotional through this, because I literally cried when we got accepted to the program and everything. So the fact that we are making sense off of this, that is a passion project, it is so motivating. So at some point, I not only want to make my name for myself, but I want this to be self-fulfilling. You know, like I want this to pay for itself. I don't even care about it making me money. It's just so I can put money back into this, so I don't necessarily have to work 2 jobs for me to support my own passion projects.
No, for sure.
So I think that's all I see right now.
Yeah.
And that's so intertwined with my personal goals, which might be a catastrophic error, but who knows? We're in for the ride.
Hey, man. You only live once, bro. Like, realistically, just do what makes you happy. That's just what it is. So,
that's just what I want to do. Is this makes me so happy, and it just opens the door for every other avenue that I've ever wanted to do. Mm-hmm. So I want to just keep doing this as much as I can.
Okay.
What about yourself?
The same, bro. Like, if you want to get specific, I'm trying to grow this platform. I'm trying to grow my streaming platform, and like you said, kind of see if there's a way, because there's a code. Like, there's a code that people crack to becoming financially independent, right? And it's now is like now is the easiest time more than ever to do that stuff. Thank you for the roses. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's so many ways that you can kind of make money and make a living off of certain things that you do love. There's people on Etsy making paintings and crafting things, and they can pay their bills, and that in itself just is beautiful, because it's like you couldn't do that 30 years ago. Yeah. You couldn't, you know what I'm saying? Like, the opportunities we have now is really nice, and I feel like, unfortunately, I can't help but think that I took too long. You know, like sometimes I look at people and I'm like, damn, that could have been me sooner. But at the same time, things happen for a reason. You're on these paths for a reason. Like I said, timing had to be perfect. Right now, it's just focused on, like I said, spending the next 5 years trying to grow this brand, this platform, and hoping that and I'm not even hoping, we're gonna manifest. This is gonna grow, and this is just a stepping stone. We've talked about it in private. Like, this is just a stepping stone to other avenues. You like, I mean,
we'll never stop though. Don't ever think for a second that we're gonna stop this.
Even if he fucking dies, if I die, he's gonna sit that pocket stand right here, and he's gonna fucking keep recording. He's gonna put the microphone on the urn, and
headphones over.
Yep.
And then
he'll have a Ouija board, and he'll be like, "Man, how was your week?"
That was my keys. That was my keys. I
was like, they broke out. I was just, ladies and gentlemen, I was about to be like, what's his face in Jurassic World? Where I You're like, oh, now, oh, girl, ooh.
Down, girl, down.
I got velociraptors in the fucking locked away in the room right now. Yeah. I was ready.
No, but my immediate goals, I would want us to hit 100 both subscribers and followers. You know, that'd be great for this platform. And I want to continue to challenge myself to produce the best content that I can week in and week out for the you guys that support both me and Matt. That's short-term goals, but again, I just discussed the long-term ones. So
What's a super long-term goal?
Super long-term?
Let's say, where do you see yourself at 45?
Oh, shit.
Where do you want to be at 45?
I want to be financially stable, whether it's through this medium or whatever, but I want to be successful. Mm-hmm. I would want to have at least the start of like a family, because, you know, I'm at heart, I'm a family man. And yeah, I would want to have my own property and things like that. Oh, nice. That's just that. And at some point, I think I would want to have just someone important on the podcast. You know,
yeah,
like a.
Yeah. My sister said that
a comedian on here.
My sister said that. She goes, you should just email somebody.
Yeah.
Like, and I was like, let us, you motherfuckers boost us up a little bit, and then we'll start sliding in DMs of anybody, bro. Yeah. Like, we'll be like, hey, yo, like. At
some point, I really see that happening though. We're doing cross promotion with
Sexy Red. Hit us up.
It's gonna. Where the fuck is that?
I forgot you don't know who that is.
I don't know who that is.
Hit us up.
No, but I think it's gonna start with like the first big thing. I think it's gonna be like with other podcasts, a little cross promotion, and then it's gonna go slowly up in there. And I just can't wait. I can't wait. We're gonna be 2 people out of Arizona that made it.
Yep, and then y'all bitches, I'm leaving y'all motherfuckers behind, acting brand new.
My goal is to blow up and act like I don't know nobody.
That's the same thing I want. By 45, I'll be rich and I don't have to talk to none of y'all. For my goal in success, I want to do the Adam Sandler route, where like everybody around me is gonna go up as well. Oh yeah. Like you want to bring your friends.
Yes, not necessarily like in this limelight. Because, again, I think you have to be a bit of a narcissist to want to be on camera and be known for that. Just a little bit. I'll admit it. There's a part of that. But for them to be taken care of. So that's why I push myself. Again, that's another motivating factor that I didn't have back then that I do now.
No.
But.
No, I get that. Same. Like I said, I want to. Obviously, you want to make sure your family's taken care of. You want to make sure your friends are taken care of. And if you can bring them along this ride, for sure. But at the same time, if not, peace. The fuck off.
All right, Matt, with that, do you have any closing statements for our viewers?
I totally forgot that there was some breaking news. So we did not breaking news, but I forgot it was like a current event. I forgot to inform you on. The artist, formerly known as Peso Pluma.
Oh,
right. It was just something simple. He got a fucking cartel threat
the
other day at one of his concerts.
Shout out Paul.
Hey, get your mans. Protect him at all costs. He did actually. He one of his in Tijuana, I think, one of his concerts had a banner, and it was from the cartel, the CJNG cartel. I don't know.
Oh, wow.
But they
Cartel New Generation.
Like, I don't know if I can know.
Oh, wow.
I don't know.
Yeah, that's one of the ones that run Mexico right now.
So
jeez,
bro. They put on a banner. I think it said, it was in Spanish, obviously, so the translation is a little. I'm trying to like word for word. Don't quote me, but it was something like, "This is your last show in this area. If you like, we're gonna kill you." Or so it was something like they threatened him. So I don't know how that's gonna be with his plans.
It's crazy.
But
speaking of that, I do have some reoccurring news. Remember how you talked about in our season finale, which you guys should go check out, about Smash Mouth, the lead singer, being on his deathbed.
Yeah.
He has now passed away, unfortunately.
Oh, damn, yeah. We knew that. But yes.
We did?
Well, I mean, I think he died like the next day after.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
But we haven't talked about it on the podcast.
Rest in peace, yeah.
So, yeah.
Protect your liver.
Yeah. But, he'll always be remembered by his amazing songs.
For sure.
That
got me through some weird times.
Yeah. Just think of Shrek every time. Every time without a doubt.
Yeah. No, so other than that, Peso Bloom, I better watch out. Stay safe, bro.
Yeah.
Other than that, like...
Because the new kids are in town.
You know what I'm saying? Pocket sand. So
honestly,
that's all he's got to do?
Dude, we should present him with the idea. Honestly.
Our people will call you.
Yeah.
How do you... Hey, real quick, generational thing. How do you signal that you're on the phone? You do that?
I do that. I'm not this.
You're not that?
I'm not that.
Because I do this, and some
that's
people
Gen
are like...
Alpha, usually. Yeah. Gen Z people. And I don't know... Well, my Gen Z. Like, I'm like first wave of Gen Z. So we still do that.
You're like the first wave of COVID.
Yeah. that wave was gnarly.
That wave was knocking people out.
Yeah, quite literally.
Shout out,
Grandmammy.
Shout out to...
Actually, I did have my grandma die because of COVID. I completely forgot about that. Holy shit. Jesus Christ. I don't think she was cremated, or else I'd be having some pocket dust too.
Yeah.
It's okay. Dude, imagine if like we die and people aren't joking about us. I'd be so mad.
If you don't make fun of me when I die, fuck you. I'm coming back to haunt all you bitches.
Right. All right, guys. With that, thank you so much for listening and
tuning in
and watching this episode. If you're not watching it, go to our YouTube channel, The Amateur Hour. Subscribe to us. Do all that thing. Anything you want to plug, Matt?
No, nothing really. Like I said, like, subscribe, follow, do whatever you gotta do. Angel's pointing everything. Fill this up right here. Everything. Just put it right in front of my face.
Oh, you're gonna regret saying that.
I just want it right there. You know. No, but no. Like I said, thank you guys. This was episode 11, season 2. We got a lot of things planned really quick. We got more interviews. We got more different content pieces that we're gonna do with you guys.
Drunk episodes. Spooky season is right around the corner. Be tuned into all those things, guys, and possibly some tunes coming your way.
Oh, hip hop Christmas album. Just saying.
Who knows? We're just two dudes talking into mics.
We're just two dudes.
Two dudes.
Dudes doing dude stuff.
Dudes doing some dude stuff.
Yeah.
All right. We will catch you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.